Good morning, students. The topic of today's discussion is personality. Today we are going to discuss its concepts, the determinants of personality, and various applications and role of personality in organizational behavior. How to define personality? When we talk of personality, we do not mean a person has a charm, a positive attitude towards life, a smiling face, or has won the misword context. When psychologists talk of personality, they mean a dynamic concept describing the growth and development of a person's whole psychological system. The word personality has an interesting derivation. It can be traced to the Latin words per son or, which translate as to speak through. The Latin term was used to denote the mask worn by actors in ancient Greece and Rome. This Latin meaning is particularly relevant to the contemporary analysis of personality. Personality traditionally refers to how people influence others through their external appearances and actions. But for the psychologist, personality includes eternal appearances and behavior, the inner awareness of self as permanent organizing force, and the particular organization of measurable traits, both inner and outer. Personality is an individual difference that tends consistently to a person's behavior. Personality is defined as a relative stable set of characteristics that influence an individual's behavior. For our purpose, you should think of personality as the sum total of ways in which an individual react and interact with others. This is the most often described in terms of measurable personality traits that a person exhibit. Now, from this discussion, we can define personality as the collective qualities, characteristics, disposition, and values of a person which distinguish him or her from others and which will affect the manners he or she reacts towards or interact with other peoples and his or her environment. Personality plays a key role in organizational behavior because of the way that people think, feel, and behave affects many aspects of the workplace. People's personalities influence their behavior in groups, their attitudes, and the way they make decisions. A person's personality should be seen as ongoing development process. Every person has a different personality and a set of traits. Now we are going to discuss some of the determinants of personality. These are first biological factors, which includes brain, physical factors, hereditary factors. Second is cultural factors. Third is social factors. And fourth is situational factors. Now we are going to discuss one by one all these determinants of personality. First is brain, which is a part of biological factor. Brain is one of the most important factor of personality determinant. It is generally believed that the father and the child adopt almost the same type of brain stimulations and later on differences are result of environmental in which the child has been grown up. Electrical stimulation of brain, ESB, and split brain psychology, SBP, and the outcomes of genetical transmissions and are the tools that are used by management of any organization to mold and amend the employee's behavior to a more positive and proper one. Second part of the biological factor are physical factors. One of the most important factor in determining personality is the physical characteristics of an individual. It is believed that this factor plays a vital role in determining one's behavior in any organization. Physical features may involve the height of a person, whether he or she is short or tall, his color, white or black or whitish, his health status, fat or skinny, and his beauty, handsome or ugly. These factors are involved when interacting with other persons and thus contribute in personality development in many ways. Last but not the least is the hereditary factor, which plays a very important role as a major determinant and factors of personality. Hereditary factors are those ones that are determined at the time of conception. These factors not only affect the physical feature of a person, but the intelligence level, attentiveness, gender, temperament, various inherited diseases, and energy levels all get affected by them. The example of how hereditary factors determine such a huge and significant part of an individual's personality can easily be observed in children. We see many children behave exactly how their parents do. Similarly, twin siblings also have a lot of things in common. Now we see from this discussion of heredity, we conclude that heredity refers to our biological inherited characteristics. In common words, heredity refers to characteristics and we get from our parents. Our physical characteristics such as the color of the skin, shape of the nose, color of the eyes are inherited from parents. Besides influencing our physical characteristics, heredity also influences our behavior. Next determinant of personality is social factors. Social factor also plays a vital role in determining one's personality. The things that revolve and evolve around us on a regular basis determine our personality. The society that we live in, the cultural environment that we face daily, the community we get interacted, all are included in this factor. Relationships, coordination, cooperation, interaction, environment in the family, organizations, workplaces, communities, societies, all contribute in one way or another as personality determinants. Next factor is cultural and religious factors. The culture in which one lives in that may involve traditional practices, norms, customs, procedures, rules and regulations, precedents and values, all are important determinants of personality. Moreover, the creed, the religion and beliefs are also very important factor of personality determinants. As commonly known, a man is known by the company he keeps. The social environment is the society in which an individual is born and brought up. It includes the family, school, peers, neighborhood to which an individual is strongly exposed. The individual is strongly affected by the kind of experience he has in his social environment. Last but not the least factor which is going to determine the personality of an individual is the situational factors. Although these factors do not literally create and shape up an individual's personality, situational factors do alter a person's behavior and response from time to time. The situation factor can be commonly observed when a person behaves contrastingly and exhibit different traits and characteristics. For example, a person's behavior will be totally different when he is in his office, in front of his boss, and the same person when compared to his hangout with old friends in a bar behave differently. In this way, situational factor impact a personality in a significant way. They often brings out the traits of a person that are not commonly seen. Now, next part of the lecture is how does personality influence organization behavior. This includes self-esteem, आत्म सम्मान, सेल्फ मॉनिटरिंग, स्वयं निगरानी और स्वयं की निगरानी, रिस्क टेकिंग, इंट्रावर्जन एंड एक्सट्रावर्जन, इंट्रावर्जन अंतर्मुखता एंड एक्सट्रावर्जन बहिर्मुखता. Type A personality, locus of control. It may be internal, it may be external. Now we see one by one how these influence organizational behavior. Now we see the first point is self-esteem, means Atam Samman. How this is going to affect or influence an organization. When we experience positive esteem, we can feel confident in taking chances, feel comfortable asking for help, stand up for ourselves and others also, share and create positive relationships, accept both compliment and negative feedback. These are possible only when we have positive self-esteem, or we can also say when we have high self-esteem, जब हमारा आत्म सम्मान काफी ज्यादा होगा. On the other hand, low self-esteem can lead to unhelpful behavior such as engaging in risky behaviors, withdrawing from friends, family and social situations, avoiding taking on new challenges or risks due to fear of failure or rejection. When a person is having low self-esteem, then these things will happen to him and to the organization where he or she is serving. Next point is self monitoring, स्वयं की निगरानी और स्वयं निगरानी. A personality traits that measure an individual's ability to adjust his or her behavior to external or situational factor. This is self-monitoring. When we say Hive self-monitors, then these person will receive better performance rating, and also these person will likely to emerge as leaders. On the other hand, person with low self monitors, they will be less confident, their performance will be low, and they will never become leader, rather they will become followers. Next is risk taking quality. A person having a risk taking ability can respond in a better way in critical situation or in case of crisis. A person who is able to take risk will respond in a better way in any critical situation. Risk taking means to take decision in critical situation, take fast decision, and taking decision in favor of organization. Next is introversion and extraversion. Introversion, as I have told you, means antarmukta, and extraversion means bahirmukta or bahirmukhi स्वभाव. Introversion person is reflective, quiet and shy. He will think then speaks. These are the qualities of a person who is introversion or introvert. In comparison to this, a person who is extrovert, or we can say extraversion, he or she is having qualities such as outgoing. He or she will be more sociable and assertive. He or she will speak then think. These are the some of the qualities of extrovert person. Next is type A and type B type of persons. Type A person having type A personality will be hardworking, achievement oriented, aggressive. Aggressive means akramak. Impatient, betab, for doing work. Importance to time, urgency. These are the qualities of a person who is having type A personality. Means a person of type A personality will be hardworking, achievement oriented, aggressive, impatient, and he will give importance to the time urgency. In contrast to this, there is another personality type, that is type B personality. These personality type person will be easygoing, means आरामदायक, sociable means मिलनसार, free from time urgency, non-competitive means गैर प्रतियोगी, and work slowly. So type A and type B personality also influence the organizational behavior. Another is locus of control. This is again of two types. One is external locus of control, another internal locus of control. Now, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do we mean by external locus of control? External locus of control is one whose life outcome attributed to environment factor such as luck or fate. People and circumstances control their fate. On the other hand, internal locus of control, belief that one controls key events and consequences in one's life, means he thinks that whatever is happening is going to control by him. So if a person thinks I can control what happens to me, that is something internal locus. And if a person thinks that circumstances control my fate, then that is external locus of control. Now we are going to discuss some personality traits. First is extraversion. Second is agreeableness. Third is next is conscientiousness, means kartavyaniष्ठा. After that, emotional stability. Emotional stability means भावनात्मक स्थिरता. Next is openness to experience, means अनुभव के लिए खुलापन. Now let us discuss one by one. Extraversion. This trait include characteristics such as excitability, sociability, talkativeness, assertiveness, and high amount of emotional expressiveness. These type of personality are sociable. Sociable means सामाजिक. Gregarious. Gregarious means who lives in a group basically, or we can say झुंड में रहने वाला, a person who lives in a group. Assertive. Assertive means मुखर. His feeling is I love excitement and am cheerful person. Second is agreeableness. This personality dimension includes attributes such as trust, kindness, affection, and other procurable behavior. Good-natured, cooperative, and trusting. He generally thinks people find me warm and generous and selfless. Next is conscientiousness. Common feature of this dimension includes high level of thoughtfulness, good impulse control, and goal-directed behavior. This type of personality traits are responsible, dependable, persistent, and organized. People find me reliable and I keep my house clean. This is how this personality trait person thinks. Next is emotionally stable, that is भावनात्मक स्थिरता. These type of person are calm, self-confident, secure. These are the positive aspects or a person who is having emotional stability. Those will be calm, self-confident and secure. While person who is not emotionally stable will be nervous, depressed and insecure. And the last personality trait is openness to the experience. This trait features characteristics such as imagination and insight, and those high in this trait also tend to have a broad range of interest. I am very curious person and enjoy challenges. This type of thinking will be there if openness to experience trait is there. He or she will be more imaginativeness. He or she will be artistic in nature, sensitivity and intellectualism. These are some of the qualities of a person who is having openness to experience. Next part of the topic is the role of personality in organization behavior. Personality plays a key role in organization behavior because of the way that people think, feel and behave affect many aspects of workplace. People's personality influence their behavior in the group, their attitude and the way they make decisions. In the workplace, personality affects such things as motivation, leadership, performance and conflicts. The more that management understand how personality in organizational behavior works, the better equipped they are to be effective and accomplish their goals. One factor which determines the importance of personality in OB is the environment where the personality of an individual is being studied. After all, personality's impact on an organization is relative and depends on how the organization has been structured. For example, weakly structured organization with loosely defined roles tend to get the most impact compared to strongly structured organization with more defined roles. People have many different views of the world that affect their personalities. When a situation arises, an individual will handle it based upon his or her personal values, beliefs, and personality traits. These traits are developed throughout a person's lifetime and cannot be easily changed. So it is more helpful for manager to attempt to understand this rather than to fight it. There are two types of values governing our behaviors in an organization: personal values and the commonly held values of an organization. We tend to act in accordance with these values, which in turn will define what is ethical and what is not. The belief and values remain relatively stable regardless of what situation we are in. Our feelings and behaviors, on the other hand, tend to be easily influenced by the environment in which we function. Traits such as openness, emotional stability, agreeableness, all predict that an individual will have less conflict, work better in teams, and have positive attitudes about his or her work. People with this type of personality should be placed in a situation where they would be working with or leading others. Positive interpersonal skills is a personality trait that greatly affect workplace. Individuals who exhibit this trait generally enjoy working with other peoples, and they have the empathy and sensitivity that enables them to get along with others. Decision making and independence are greatly affected by personality. Personality traits such as self-efficacy, consciousness, proactivity contribute to good decision making under pressure and independence, while traits such as neuroticism and not being open to do not. In the light of these reflections, our personal values and personalities governs our actions and behaviors, and since organizational behavior is built upon our personal values, it is paramount important to understand personalities of employees to make good use of organizational behavior. One of the fundamental issues in understanding of people's behavior is how we understand the person in an organization. Work-related behavior of people in an organization stems from both environmental and individual factors. From the environmental approach, interpersonal, group, and societal influence, and individual factors extend across cognitive abilities, acquired expertise, personality styles, motivation, and physical attributes. A common aspect of personality is the manner in which we think of its effect on behavior. We tend to think of this in terms of a person with particular set of traits. Now we can conclude how important is personality. The importance of personality and how it complements an organization varies by the role and industry. For managers and business leaders, having ability to motivate and encourage colleagues while also understanding their shortcomings to any organization's success. For employees, having the ability to communicate effectively with staff and remain flexible towards change is imperative to driving an organization forward. In both instances, a manager's ability to build and sustain relationships with colleagues is integral to the organization's success. More often than not, personality dictates how you are able to build and sustain such relationships, and thus an important element to any organization. So here we conclude our lecture. And for further queries, feel free to contact on my mail ID khatak1977@yahoo.co.in, or you may also contact at khataknistha khataknistha1977@gmail.com, or you may personally contact me for any questions or queries on my mobile number 98121 Thanks for listening my lecture. Have a good day.